I feel like a lot of people don't understand the point of government pensions. We want the best and the brightest working in government. We want people to work in government who otherwise would work in the private sector because we want things to be run efficiently. We want educated and well-trained doctors, nurses, teachers, etc. But we pay into our pensions. Do you think we don't pay into our pensions? I'll show you my pay stub. This is my pay stub after getting half of my back pay from the government, so it's all updated. So far this year I've paid about $2,600 in CPP and I've paid about $4,700 into my pension. I pay more into my pension than I pay in provincial taxes. I pay about as much into CPP as I do in provincial tax. Combined between the CPP and my pension plan, I pay about as much as I do in federal and provincial income tax combined. Especially when you start adding up all my other fees that I pay. And for those of you being like, oh, he makes $100,000, he's so lazy. You can see my salary right there, and this is after my pay bump from the negotiations of 124. I was making more money in the private sector before I became a teacher. I would currently be making significantly more money if I didn't become a teacher. I became a teacher because I love doing it. And if the salary was any lower, I probably wouldn't be able to afford being a teacher, and I would have ended up working in the private sector. Do you want people who actually know how to teach math and physics and chemistry and economics and English and all these other things? Do you actually want those people to be teachers? Do you actually want cops who want to be there? People who are well trained and who actually have respect for the laws and respect for our people? Do you want nurses who are well trained and educated and very skilled? Do you want these people working in the private sector or the public sector? If you want them working in the public sector, you have to pay them. If you don't want to pay them, they're going to go to the private sector, and the only people who are going to work in the public sector are going to be the people who can't get jobs anywhere else. If you want to degrade the quality of our public systems, sure, cut pensions, cut pay. See what happens. It will not work out well. And also, everybody deserves a living wage. Everybody deserves to make an income that they can survive on and thrive on. And a lot of private sector wins also come from public and private sector unions, the 40-hour work week, weekends, holidays, stuff like that. Without the public sector driving up wages and without unions, the private sector would be paying people bare minimum because that's how they extract the most amount of wealth. That's just how business works. So it's also in your best interest to have well-paid government employees.